In this video, I'm going to be breaking down BSM Fredo's $100,000 a month coaching funnel, and I'm going to be showing you step by step how he goes from converting his viewers from just viewers into high quality buyers. Most people like to yap around and say a bunch of things before they actually get into the video. Fortunately, I'm not going to be doing that for you guys today, so let's just jump straight into it. The number one thing BSM Fredo does extremely well is he portrays his lifestyle. His lifestyle is his proof of concept that he is already living the dream life that his ideal customer profile wants to be living, and he does this by portraying himself on a private jet, traveling the world with all of his boys, in front of cool houses, in front of cool cars. And what this shows the audience is that his course, his mentorship, is going to be the vehicle that's going to take them from where they currently are at right now to the dream state that they want to be living. As I mentioned, BSM Fredo is highly recognized for being very successful with dropshipping, for the cool houses, the cool cars, the lifestyle, the young money Miami life, and most importantly, being able to travel the world while maintaining this level of work. So by portraying this, he makes his audience realize, and I'll get more into the before state a little later in the video, but he makes his audience realize that where they currently are at right now, which might be trapped in that 9 to 5 or still in school, struggling to crack the online business model, hanging out with people that aren't even interested in the same stuff that they are, being scared of living that ordinary life, not being able to travel, answering to other people like their bosses, and that their family and friends doubt the man that they can actually become. And then, as I mentioned just now, BSM Fredo demonstrates that dream state of operating a successful business model, being free to buy whatever he wants, being surrounded by luxury and high quality assets, being able to travel the world completely on his own terms, living life completely financially independent, being recognized by all of his family and friends as a 7-figure business owner, and answering to nobody but himself. What this does is resonate to the audience. It makes them realize, I'm currently living this life right now, but I want to get to this dream state, and they're going to think that BSM Fredo is the vehicle that's going to take them to that exact dream state. For the next part of the video, I'm going to be going over the funnel that BSM Fredo uses to take people from TikTok and Instagram to YouTube. And YouTube is extremely good to qualify an audience because most people need at least 5 hours of value-based content before they're going to be willing to purchase a high-ticket offer. YouTube as well, with their algorithm, they do a very good job at putting your content in front of that ideal customer profile. Those are the people that aren't just scrolling and brain rotting, but those are the people that are actually trying to get value out of your content, and those are the people that are most likely going to buy from you as well. So here on his Instagram, if we take a look at his bio, he has e-com organic dropshipping, which demonstrates his business model specifically, very clearly. Then he has his brand there for credibility, and then he has the call to action, work with me one-on-one, and then his Hoobie link. Then here we have his Instagram highlights, which I'm going to get into right now. And what this profile does is it allows the viewer to easily navigate through the profile and see who he is, what he does, and then further go into his credibility, his storytelling, his testimonials, and his lifestyle. For credibility, he might be posting things such as his candy brand right here, that in this case, he's been working hard. He has all of these packages in place. He's a drop shipper. That's a normal thing. And that's a credible thing to have a bunch of packages as a drop shipper. Then for storytelling, this is kind of what I was mentioning in the beginning part of the video, where he might mention how back in the day he was struggling with drop shipping. He tried it for 2 years. He wasn't able to succeed with it. And what this does is, as I mentioned, it resonates with the audience. It shows them that, hey, he was in that exact same place at one point as well. If he can do it, then why can't I do it as well? Then he has testimonials. If you take a look here, he has dozens and dozens of testimonials, which is direct client proof that he's not just going to scam you and that he's actually going to get you the results that he's getting his other clients. And then finally, his lifestyle, which I got very deep into in the beginning of the video. Another thing that BSM Fredo does very well is he has over 10 clipping channels. Some of them are his, some of them are other people's. And what clipping channels allow you to do is it allows you to spread virality very easily, and it allows people to see, what you're doing, who you are as a person, who you even are, what you're like, and all of these things spread views across the internet, so people are funneled directly to his personal profile. Finally, primarily on Instagram and TikTok, he's posting top of funnel content. I'm going to get more into what that means in just a second, but these are lifestyle videos, day in the life videos, questions and answers videos, and personal perspectives. So here you can see him doing a new house tour, him hanging out with his boys working, talking about his brand, maybe answering some questions here, his lifestyle, and then a challenge to engage his audience. What this does, as I said, is it gets people to know him as a person directly, and it actually gets them to engage with his videos so they can feel like they have a personal connection with him through the phone. For the next part of this video, I'm going to be going over the content profile funnel that we use with our clients that is able to generate multiple 5, multiple 6 figures for people. And YouTube is a phenomenal way to be reaching your ICP because it's not just a bunch of brain rotters like Instagram and TikTok that are there for the quick dopamine scroll, but it's people that are actually there to learn from you. It's people that are there to gather value. And YouTube does a very good job at finding that ideal customer profile. And just think about whenever you've been on YouTube watching videos, most of that stuff is targeted directly to you, and it's just a really good way of reaching those people. We use top of funnel content mainly to gather cold traffic. We use it to spread attention. We use it to target mass demographics. And what this does is it gets people to know you more than before, and the viewer leaves the video more motivated than they were before. What this does is it's easy views that's tracked down to almost every single person in the market. And here, BSM Fredo will post things such as him building his candy company, a day in the life, or him buying a cool Mercedes. For the next type of content, this is middle funnel content. This is meant to provide authority and nurturing for the viewer, and this is primarily speaking about the business model. It provides the viewer with more value and trust, and the viewer leaves the video feeling like they actually learned something. So BSM Fredo will post things such as how to find winning products for dropshipping, 14-day dropshipping challenges, and the reality of organic dropshipping. And as I mentioned, someone watching this is actually going to get value from it, and maybe if they implement it, they're going to see some success in their business, and they're going to come back to watch BSM Fredo even more, and this is going to create that interpersonal relationship over the phone. Finally, we have the bottom of funnel content. Bottom of funnel content is for demonstrating social proof. It's proof that the mechanism, BSM Fredo's course in this case, is actually working, and it's aimed for tipping the prospect over the edge. This is the sales machine that's actually going to convert those viewers into buyers. BSM Fredo will talk about how his clients made X amount of money in X amount of days. He'll talk about specific funnels that he'll use, such as this 3-step organic funnel in this case, and other things such as how he made $200,000 in X amount of days. Overall, with these 3 types of videos, we're able to nurture a viewer, we're able to spread as much attention as possible, and then finally, we're able to convert the viewers that are actually willing to purchase your high-ticket product. Now that you understand more about how to structure your content on YouTube to get all of those people watching your value-based content to actually buy your product, I'm going to be showing you the funnel that takes people from YouTube to actually buying that coaching offer or that high-ticket product. So BSM Fredo primarily uses 2 channels on his YouTube. He has his main channel, which is primarily top of funnel content, and then he has his secondary channel, which is middle of funnel and bottom of funnel content. I'm going to go into his secondary channel first, and BSM Fredo will post a lot of value-based stuff that's meant to get the viewer more knowledge and then allow them to implement their knowledge into their personal dropshipping brand. And as I mentioned before, creates that interpersonal relationship between him and the viewer, and it has them coming back to consume more content because it demonstrates to them that what BSM Fredo is teaching actually works. So here in the description of his videos, BSM Fredo might throw in a Typeform link. Typeform is a way to qualify and disqualify people using conditional logic, which is a very good way to find your ICP without it coming off as salesy or desperate whatsoever. So here, when you click the Typeform link, it's going to ask you for an email. This is one way that BSM Fredo collects emails, and then it'll put you through a set of questions. And if you are qualified, meaning if you have enough money or if you have enough time to invest into a mentorship, then it'll qualify you or disqualify you. If you are qualified, you will get a call directly from BSM Fredo's setters, and with this call, you'll also have a VSL video to watch right beforehand to give you a bit more value. And BSM Fredo will also handle a lot of objections, so maybe questions that people might be having before hopping on that call to make sure that his closing rate is as high as possible. Additionally, under that VSL video, he'll have all of these frequently asked questions, which does the same thing. It'll handle all of those objections of people that might have problems or bottlenecks in their company and they don't know how to fix it, and BSM Fredo answers it as concisely as possible. And then here he has all of those client testimonials, which adds as much credibility as possible. If they're not qualified, then it'll downsell them directly to the low ticket offer, or it'll send them a sales asset. So further on in the process, you can nurture these prospects and they can buy your high ticket sale eventually. Then here for his primary channel, which is mainly top of funnel content, this is the virality content, the content meant to just spread attention. BSM Fredo, instead, in his description, he'll put in a free asset. This is going to be a free course for people that might not know as much as people consuming middle of funnel or bottom of funnel content, and this is a way to nurture them more so they can learn more about how dropshipping works, so they can learn more about BSM Fredo. And then with that as well, he's going to collect as many emails as possible, and over time he's going to collect these emails, send them more free sales assets, and nurture them as much as possible. Finally, he'll include a VSL, and as I mentioned before, he'll have all these client testimonials and all these objection handling questions to make sure that these people are able to extract as much value from BSM Fredo as possible, and so he can help them as much as he can throughout their journey. If they're qualified, eventually these people can hop on a call through Calendly, and then if they're not qualified, as I mentioned before, they'll get downsold to a low ticket offer, or they will get sent a sales asset. For this final part of the video, I'm going to be dropping absolute sauce to show you how you can pre-qualify your audience in a way that does not come off as salesy or desperate whatsoever. So when a potential prospect hops on a call with you, these people are coming to you directly to buy your product. There is no convincing needed. There is no salesiness needed whatsoever, and this is complete sauce, so just hang on. So now that you understand how top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel content works, it's how do we actually create an ecosystem to use all of these three to work for each other. So the main way to do this is to create one really long middle of funnel video, maybe 30 minutes to an hour, maybe even 2 hours. The longer the better, because the more value you can actually provide in it. And with all of your other videos, you're gonna link this one video to it. So when people watch one of your top of funnel or one of your bottom funnel videos and they want to learn more about you, they click on that middle of funnel video. And this is so effective because on average, people need to watch at least 5 to 7 hours of value-based content before they're gonna be willing to purchase a high ticket offer. And why does YouTube actually push this so hard? Because of their algorithm. YouTube mainly tracks two things. The first one is watch time. Watch time is how long somebody watches a video for, and session time is more important to YouTube, and it's not a metric that you can actually see visibly, but this is how long somebody actually stays on the platform of YouTube itself. So YouTube cares more about people staying on the platform than staying on your video. So if all of your videos are pushing to this one middle of funnel video, then it shows YouTube that people watch this video after other ones, so it's going to recommend it to way more people. The second one is that it's just going to boost your overall session time tremendously. And the third one is that it gives YouTube an idea of the ICP that's actually watching this middle of funnel video, and it's going to show it to that demographic organically. This content strategy is going to allow you to get as much views as possible, but not only that, it's going to be views of people that are actually interested in buying your product. This is the best way in 2026 that you can get your content in front of people that are going to buy your high ticket offer, and you are going to be able to scale tremendously with this strategy because it's going to convert for you on autopilot. If you enjoy this video, hit me a DM on Instagram, ask me any questions. I love to help my clients with absolutely anything. I'm super passionate about working with this type of stuff. I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next video.